No, no. I could have done a whole video that way. I know. Hello, my dear ones. Oh, we've been recording videos all afternoon. Our dear friend Steve, some of you have met him in our live classes and had some fun there recording.
Yes, we have. Always.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I hope this finds you all well. A lot going on. I know that some of you, I've kind of dropped a few hints and clues, and so I thought I would talk a little more about it on this video. We're putting together a lot of new things. And I have, like I said, about a little over a month ago, we were presented with an offer from Western, and we took it. And so now I have produced another line of formulas, handcrafted botanical formulas, and they're made the old-fashioned way. These new formulas, and I'll give you an idea, we're still working with the labels, but this is pretty close. Okay. And I'm going to bring in my monitor because it's, what, I've got a little monitor right here too. There you go. No, I got it. Perfect. No, that's good, Steve.
Okay.
No, this is good. Perfect. I'll take it up. You got all that camera stuff. Yeah, we're playing with these labels, but this is pretty much what you see here, what we're gonna end up with. All handcrafted. Like I said, they're all organic or wildcrafted. We're using the old-fashioned ways of making these formulas, and they're just another line of formulas. All my formulas. I've been making herbal formulas since, I was talking about that since 1973. 1973, I had health food stores, and I had 300 herbs behind me, and I was mixing up herbal formulas and for people to help them out. And so it's just, I've been in love with these magic herbs for all these years. I used to make formulas for other companies, formulas for people. I remember we finally sold our car, and I think we had a Toyota Avalon. We just had gotten it not too long ago. Oh, my God, we finally got us a nice car. Oops, there went the car. And then we were buying these herbs in 5-gallon jugs. And then we'd fill the jars, put the labels on, seal them, and do it all in the kitchen. But I've just always loved the power of these formulas. And all my formulas are great. I can't say that these are better than the other because there's no such thing. I just love they're different. And I have a whole different focus. I'm going to be a lot more involved with the systems of the body and teaching you more about the systems and how the systems all work together. It's important to understand the lymphatic system. So the way these are written, you'll see this is urinary system. Even though this is the urinary system, will be linked to the lymphatic system. So we're putting that all up. Marco is, I know Marco and Debbie and Nicholas are busting their butt to get this open for you. And I'm always one a little early because I'm so excited about that. And so I've made about 43 formulas. But I haven't made all of them. Western has a lot of nice formulas, great formulas there. So they're all just different. And like I said, they're organic and wild-crafted only. And, it's just fun to play with herbal formulas and the magic and the power that these herbal formulas have for you. So we want to invite you to visit our Morse's Health Center and Handcrafted Store. We're been busy building this new store beside us here, this where we are, this lady, and I'll take you on a cruise of it and show it when we're done with it. But we're having carpet laid, we're still painting some of it. Been a lot of work to get this together for you in such a short time. We've only been been aware of this in a very short time. So it's an exciting journey for everybody. A lot of interesting new takes on the systems and things like that. So I invite you to enjoy that realm. And I hope this finds you all well. I do not have a lot of time left, but I got enough time to go over some of these cases with you and see how you're doing. But don't let things confuse you out there. You know, things had to make some changes and some inroads, and that's how life works. And if you live in the moment, then you have to let the divine guide you. And if anybody knows me and knows what's been going on, they'll see how the divine's had its hand in all of this. Amazing, because we're just sitting back going, whoa, whoa, wow, oh, you want this now? Okay. You know, and so exciting stuff. Real exciting stuff. Oh, if possible, a shout out to Shannon. Robert read out her question recently. She's a medical doctor. Message below. Okay. Shannon, Mr. Doctor, to you. Thank you, Debbie, for your response. I will be taking you to class in May. My skin is getting thicker, so I plan on educating this next half of my career. No more hiding. I'm grateful to know I'm not alone and have so much room to grow and assist others in their health journey. In health, Dr. Shannon. Debbie Hill, Dr. Morse support team. Cool beans. I don't know why I've got this one, but when you simply understand that you have a massive sewer system in your body called the lymphatic system, and this is a system that deals with the removal of waste from cellular activity, because all the body is made up of its cells. So whenever you have activity in creation, you have two aspects of that need to be looked at. The energetic side, the energy side, and then the elimination side. When you're using energy to move and things, you always have byproducts, chemical byproducts that are shifted off of things. And the body has to get rid of these. And as most of you know, these are acids. Any retention of acids in the body initiates the inflammatory response. In time, if you don't recognize what your body's telling you, you will start seeing swelling, edema. And then pretty soon you'll see a cyst or a small tumor begin to form, a polyp, whatever you wish to call it. And so it's just a warning sign that your sewer system is getting in trouble. And that's what we have to learn, is the simplicity of the sewer system, the lymphatic system, and how relative that is in a person's state of wellness. Because without the health of the lymphatic system, there is no health. You might be full for a number of years. And you can read them here. A lot of times people go, I'm going on, I've felt so good, and then suddenly, bam, it hit me hard. So that's really how it works. You can go on and on and on, and suddenly, oh, I got a tumor there. I didn't know that before. Then on the other hand, you've got those that have all the sulfur, the pain, all the extreme chronic side of this, the fibromyalgia, lupus, Lyme's, that side. All these sides of diseases are remedied the same, because it's the same side of chemistry predominantly that's causing the problem. Base chemistry is rarely the problem. You might have some alkalotic areas in the body, but by far, your main focus is acidosis, because if you focus on alkalosis, you'll never get well and can hurt yourself. You want to focus on acidosis and the fact that your kidneys have lost the ability to filter or be the eliminative organs that they're meant to be. It's like the skin. And you have to go to the endos. Well, look at the endos. Astral experiences right now are all over the place, all levels of it. So the adrenal glands are not in really good shape in most humans. Most humans have no control over their emotional side, and let alone their mental bodies. So these are one of the things. You've got to stop next door, right there, to talk to Matt.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, that'll work out good then. Thanks for coming in and recording like that. Boy, I appreciate it.
Oh yeah. Oh.
I've got several we got Pat coming. We've got a lot of videos to shoot. Matter of fact, I'll get a hold of you because after we we're getting this company all set up, right? And these herbs will be available July 1st to the 15th. So that's our time frame for release of these of all our formulas.
That's aggressive.
I know. We haven't had that much time, and we have been working night and day. As you see next door, just go in that door next door and walk in there. You'll see what we've been doing. Jason's over there working.
I'm curious.
And Matt's over there painting, and
what was I here maybe 3 weeks ago?
Go take a look.
So I want to see the progress.
Matter of fact, I'll put my friends on hold here. I'll go with you. I'll be right back. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, we've been so busy and a lot of things going on, of course, on all levels. Still working on those V-books for you. Oh, my God. But I've got a big board table at home. It's going to end up coming to work here so we can do some more work here on it and all kinds of things. Just all kinds of things. Now, what do we got here? We got Miss Roberts, or Mr. Roberts. Please help. Hi, I help people get connected to Dr. Morse and have worked with some family members. I am certified level 1, but have comments that don't allow me to work with more intense cases. Commitments that won't allow me to work with more intense cases. My hubby is in the hospital, and that's not good, honey. He stopped 80% fruits, replacing it with old favorites, and recovering from heart bypass surgery. He knows why, too, and he is ready for fruits again. Yeah, I would strongly recommend fruits with a bypass surgery. Cabbage by 3, 4. That's the thing is, you now want to not only heal from the surgeries. I don't know if he has any stents in from that or, whatever. But where is the original problem? Here we go. Kidneys and adrenal glands. Now, why would I say something like that? Because when you look at the influence upon tissues, whether it's heart tissue, lung tissue, liver tissue, it doesn't matter, even endocrine gland tissue, you've got two things to think about. Now you're worried about blood flow in the heart area. But blood is all alkaline. So if you were all on a hydrated, highly electron-rich diet, which is a fruit, berry, melon diet, maybe with some vegetables, you would never have a stroke, heart attack, nothing would ever get you because there's no reason, because there's no occlusive or inclusive factor to the anionic side of chemistry. Your corrosive, agglomerative side of chemistry is the acidic side of chemistry. And that's just what you see in everybody, corrosive agglomulation. This is what you see. You don't see the alkaline side. You might have some alkalotic areas, like I said, high fungal areas, blah, 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 blah. But if you live in that world thinking that the systemic is the same way, you're down a bad pathway to nowhere. You have to understand that your blood system and your nerve system, the two other energy systems of the body, are going to go down when the sewer goes down. When the sewage system goes down in a house, the whole house can come down. No inhabitants is going to live in a house that sewage is backing up in it. And especially from all the other houses. You lived in a subdivision where your house had another house about 10 feet, 10 feet around it, all the way around your house and all the way. You'd live in a major subdivision with only 10 feet around you. all the waste from all the houses are being dumped, so your ability to get kicked back with limp trash or sewage is very high from a lot of cells. So that's the point. Understanding that in anatomy and physiology, we're taking it deeper into the world of truth. Most of these A&P books, half are wrong. And when you start looking at this, you realize, oh, that was just a theory that went nowhere and is going nowhere, and medical doctors are going nowhere with that theory carrying on their back. Until you understand naturopathic perspective, which is what I'm teaching you all, will you understand why people suffer? You know, you have to understand the world of chemistry. So if your hubby has done it before, tell him to do it again. Jump in and have fun with that. I definitely would do the circulation formulas because those herbs also strengthen the vascular walls, right? All right. But we want those things that swell and close off, those things where we build up cholesterol deposits, those things where we build calcifications, we want that all out, don't we? Those things that occlude, that block. But they block lymphatically. You cannot just attack the circulatory system and think you're going to get someone well that are having strokes and heart attacks and all the other things that you see, ischemic things with blood, until you focus lymphatically. I met a doc who is a surgeon from Egypt. Ooh. In the hospital. I wonder if he's good. His brother has cancer. She was questioning why I was refusing trial drugs. Trial drugs? Why you refuse trial drugs? You know, I'd love some nurse to ask me that. These, especially chemo trials, there ain't nobody surviving much. There's one lady on my block, she's survived 3 or 4 chemical trials, and I'm looking at her, I don't know how. She's a dum-dum. And it's like, really? Because I'm very familiar with chemotherapy trials, and I've saved a few out of them that come to me, but as a rule, most people die in these trials. It's just the nature of the beast. What's getting them better? You don't put acid in someone's veins and think you're going to get them better no matter what trial you're on. And the problem with the pharmaceuticals, they're half toxic, and then they suppress. So you suppress one thing to get something, another action, or suppress something so another action can happen better. But in doing that, you know, what you suppress tomorrow, or today, I've always said, is your nightmare tomorrow. You know. I was refusing trial drugs for my hubby's heart condition. I explained my testimony and talked to her about the basics, acid bases, detoxification, etc. She was very interested and then shared with me about her brother who has cancer and presently in treatment. Yeah, I had to hear that. You know, kind of the medical karma, medical doctor's karma is they follow their own treatments and then, you know, kill themselves. I think that's a good idea. She sent this lady some videos and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, if you're a medical doctor and you don't understand what I'm talking about, I don't know what to tell you. You're in trouble. And you better rethink your whole world because you want to know why you see what you see. And that's what I teach you is why you see what you see, whether it's a tumor, redness on the skin, psoriasis, name it. Doesn't matter. Why do you see what you see? You can't use the dumbed down word of diseases because that's a 17th century. I don't know. No. We're not there anymore. We're at, I know what the problem is. Now the problem is, can you have the self-discipline to fix it? Bottom line on that one. I know that she understands what I was telling her. She is seeing real truth. Well, that's it. You know, and I was talking to the cameraman about this too. Simplicity. Bring it back to simplicity. Pull her back to, in a medical doctor, what's the body made of, honey? Oh, bunch of cells and two fluids. What's the two fluids? Oh, blood and lymph. Got water. We all know the body has water in it, but that water is dependent upon what? How much a water or, and I'll use the word, I'll give it away, edemic response that the body has in it is depending upon what? The level of agglomeration, the level of acidosis. And like I said, the level, we could also say the level of dehydration. Because if we're going to say the level of acidosis, dehydration is the same thing. That leads into it. So understanding that the average person is so dehydrated, as you know the story about one of our young clients that when she takes a shower, she gains 5 to 10 pounds. Imagine taking a shower and you're gaining 5 pounds. Holy crap. Anybody should be able to answer that, though. And that's why we have to teach our kids what dehydration really is chemically, what hydration is chemically, why does people get edemic, why is there swelling, how to get rid of swelling, things like this, the reality of foods, the reality of chemistry, the reality of your body and how it works. Not some mysterious disease that someone lives in Moose Jaw, Alaska. No one ever gets well that way. Sell a lot of pharmaceuticals and make a lot of money. But the patient ends up suffering, of course, and then dies, and then the families, and then you got all that side of it. But who cares about the money now? This is what she texted me about her brother. He had gastroesophageal cancer, stage 4, metastasized to spleen and chest, lymph node, and pancreas. He is on chemotherapy and immunotherapy. Thank you. Okay, so from a naturopathic perspective, there's no such thing as the cancer has a consciousness of its own and it's moving on you and it's going through the body looking for cells to kill. Stupid. But you do have a system that's around every cell in your body, and that when one part of the body on that side of the body is in trouble, 10 other parts of the body on that side it can get in trouble. So spleen left side. So he's got a lot of left-sided problems. Pancreas, predominantly left side. So left kidney probably is the one really in trouble, but right can be one on that. And remember, the spleen is also a lymphoid organ. So again, going back to real problems in his kidneys, we all know that. He's got to fix his kidneys and his adrenal glands, get his kidneys to filter. What are we talking about filtering? We want to see sewage in that urine. Totally different than what medical doctors think. Do you want to see, when you poop in your toilet and you flush it, do you want to just see water coming out? That would beg the question, where's the doo-doo? So when your urine is clear, where's the doo-doo? At home, still in the house or around the houses. So he's on chemotherapy, obviously, and when you're medical, you all seem to, all the medical people seem to go down that road. And it's like, it's a killing road. Explain to me how your physical body can come back from an IV therapy of a chemo of about 1.5 to 2, and you're saturating the body, because the blood is all head to toe, you're saturating every cell, basically around every cell in your body, with an acid that'll kill anything. Is that intelligent? Or is that king size stupid? King size unaware. So again, medical people, when it comes to cancer, has to change their whole thing. This is a killing machine, killing fields, and it's sickening. By the time you notice tumors in you, I've said this a million times, by the time you notice tumors in you, you're in trouble. And there's a way to debride them. I mean, here's a medical doctor that can't even get a surgeon to go in and debride the tumor, course, they say it's metastasizing, and oh, it's overwhelming. And no, you can debride any internal tumors, just like Dr. Pimple Popper. Let us handle the lymphatic system, and get the kidneys opened up and get it moving. But then go in and debride some of the tumors that are massive, that save a lot of work, because sometimes when they're too big, it's just too much for an individual to get going on that. And we had a discussion. I was discussing this with the TV guy, camera guy, about the adrenal glands and the emotional component. His wife went down and filming one of our segments, our schools. She went down. They thought she died. She went right down on us. I forget how long she was in a coma. But we got her on the herbs and the fruit, and she's alive and well and having a good time today. But we were talking about things like what... Anyway. This is Debbie, United States, 66 years young, 158 pounds, 5'5". So immediately my little mind is going to go, I'm going to see pituitary problems. I'm pretty sure, especially at 66. It's Hashimoto's. So right there, you can either say that the thyroid is either hypoactive, which means that the lymphatic system around the tissues in the thyroids are suppressing the functionability of a cell, and or you have a pituitary going, all right, Mr. Thyroids, you just stay right there. I'm not going to let you do anything. So that's where you have to kind of look at this sort of thing. But I would also, in a case like this, put them on a pituitary herbal formula anyway, or I would recommend two full dropperfuls of the endocrine gland formula. Say, my doctor described a calcium channel, of course, for her high blood pressure. So, high blood pressure. Why and where? Okay, so high blood pressure, we're checking our blood pressure, right? But what are we checking? We're checking two pressures. We're checking a systolic, which is your top number, and we're checking what's called a diastolic, right? So in the way I look at it in cardiology is that the systolic is your neurotransmitters. That's your autonomic nervous system. And you can look at that number and just about tell where they are. And if they have low, you can go nerve rings. Oh, look at their eyes, nerve rings. So the top number is a big deal because that's your neurotransmitters, and that is a big deal. That tells you whether you can take a breath or you have anxiety because the breath isn't always there. Right? Little subtle anxieties, all neural, all coming out of that. Right? The bottom number is the kidneys. So kidney pressure is great at 60, 65, but if you have 50 on the bottom, that's kidney weakness. That's even more of a problem. And in that scenario of high blood pressure, there's a lot of inflammation or acidosis or stagnation of lymph in the kidney itself. So until you can open up that kidney, you're going to be fighting that. As soon as you open up that kidney, that blood pressure comes right on down. And blood pressure is easy. And you notice what else goes with high blood pressure? Diabetes. Oh, diabetes. What are we talking about? We're talking about the adrenal glands and sugar metabolism. We're not talking about a disease. We're talking about the same tissues involved. And pretty soon you can stretch that right on into the gigantic lymphatic system. And so when you're having high blood pressure, you're having kidney problems. And you're having adrenal gland problems. So what's your next word out of your mouth? I must be having lymphatic problems. And if I'm having lymphatic problems, I'm not having a real good day for some of you, with tumors hanging all over you and all kinds of nasty stuff that's sad. So it's that system that man has to really learn and get to understand, and the two sides of chemistry. That's easy for a child to learn, a grade schooler to learn, a high school person to learn. That's all easy. Can us older people learn it? My calcium levels have elevated since then, and my chloride levels are now low. I found that high calcium could be the result of the medication or hyperparathyroidism. Well, here's the problem. If you have Hashimoto's, the chances of you having hyperparathyroidism is slim next to none. Not with a hypopituitary, and then a hypothyroid. It'd be rare to see hyperparathyroids. No, that's not the case. And the other part about this is, with that pituitary, they're suppressing the parathyroids, because in some ways it's going to, in some way, whether it's a little or a lot, then you're going to have calcium utilization problems. Taking calcium, it would be about as stupid as a medical doctor could get, because if you take calcium, you're going to end up with arthritis. If your parathyroids are not producing parathormone, you're going to end up with arthritis taking calcium supplements. Seen it for years. Because it becomes calcium, even though an alkaline metal becomes a free radical. And, it leaches phosphorus. I'd like to know more about what you know or think about calcium channel blockers. I am currently on week 6 of detox protocol that Jessica wrote up for me. Thank you very much for all you do for us. Thank you. Love you guys. Yeah, have fun on this detox protocol. That's pretty cool. I like to make fun of things, because if you're not having fun, obviously you're not happy. And you just got to make yourself happy in today's world. It's just so radical out there. And getting a body that feels good makes you happy. When your body feels good and there's no pain in it, I watched a waitress the other day at a restaurant, and she's walking around like this, and I just wanted to say, come over here, honey, what's going on? Let's fix it. But I didn't get a chance to. But I knew she was hurting. There's so many people hurting. Sad. Anyway, I'm going to have to cut this off because everybody's going to want to go home. But I wanted to touch base with you on these this formula line that I've created. I'm just an old mountain handcraft thinker. I come from a small little town in Indiana called Nashville, like Nashville, Tennessee, but it's Nashville, Indiana. And we had a little Nashville Opry there. Matter of fact, my sister had a stables, and she trained horses for barrel racing and stuff. Well, they had bought that from her and converted it into an Opry house. So it was because the town is just full of creative people. I mean, the town is full of artists. It's famous in the art community. You can, if you're into art appreciation, look it up in the art books because it talks about Brown County. A lot of covered bridges and still arts. It's got a huge park, a state park in there with horses and all kinds of fun to do. But the town only has 500 people in it. And now it's just a tourist trap like Gatlinburg, But still got cool art shops. A lot of my friends make jewelry now that I went to school with. One of my friends really makes this cool jewelry. So it's just stuff like that. Grasshopper Flats. I think that was the name of his place. But yeah, look it up, Grasshopper Flats. But this is just another line, a different line. And my focus is on body systems. So you're going to see a little difference in the definitely different formulas. I love all my formulas. This does not make the formulas that Western has of mine inferior in any way, shape, or form. I love all my formulas. And if my formulas don't work anymore, it's not for me, or it has to be processing or something, because I have my whole heart and soul into the power of my formulas, energetically and every other way. And so I'm excited to bring this line out to you. So we'll have a lot of herbal formulas for people around the world, and they can get them. And we're not going to have all the herbal formulas, so you'll have to purchase some from Western, of course, and we want you to. I mean, Western is our friends and our buddies, and we all are trying to help people get well. Some people have different missions, different reasons for doing things. My mission is totally godly. I'm a God man. You all know that. So I don't have any alternative motives. I only hear that you get well and that you wake up to whatever degree you want to. So have fun with this. Our new stuff will be up here in a week maybe, where you can get up online and look at it. We won't have any product availability till July 1st or to July 1st or the 15th. And then we'll have product availability. But it's old-fashioned. And we're not quite done with the label yet, but that's what she looks like. Right? All right. So I love you guys. Thanks for staying around with us and hanging in there, working on your health issues. There's so much exciting things for the future. And one of the exciting things for the future is you. You want to be the most exciting thing in your future, because you're loved on all kinds of levels.